Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday, and who is watching? So we planned to come on this afternoon. Well, we only planned 5 minutes ago, so it wasn't a great plan. But we planned to come on this afternoon and do a demonstration of a Christmas arrangement, maybe an alternative door decoration, door wreath, whatever you want to call it, or again, it can be something maybe just to decorate a room. Now, you have two options here, okay? So first of all, would you like to see me demonstrate a bow, or would you like to see me demonstrate a ladder? Okay, so what I want to do is let's get the poll running here. Comment underneath, would you prefer a bow or would you prefer the ladder? Okay, so start commenting and then we can decide which one I'm going to do first. While you're letting me know which one I'm going to do, I also want you to click share. So again, comment underneath there. Are you clicking share? Because we are going to have a giveaway today, aren't we, David?
We are. Are we?
We are. I decided that another 2 seconds ago.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I think we'll do a wreath making kit.
Yeah.
We'll give away a wreath making kit.
Just a very quick shout out to Red Robin Creation. She's saying hello from the dentist waiting room, and she's watching us. So.
Do you know, the gynecologist and the dentist are the two worst places to go, aren't they? You know, that way. I don't know what's worse, opening your mouth or whatever, or saying how's your father, but whatever. The two worst places in the world anyway. So hopefully he's really nice and he's really good looking, because I have to say, my dentist, oh my God, you'd open your mouth from no problem. It's absolutely gorgeous. But very best of luck, Red Robin. Hope
just that they're all saying the bow.
They all want a bow, do
Yeah, they all want a bow.
Seriously? I haven't got a bow planned. I was hoping that you'd all want the ladder. So again, like for the giveaway, I need you to click share, okay? Click share and let me know where you're watching in from. Because for the wreath making kit, we can only post it in Ireland. Now, Northern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland. But listen, we can post, if you happen to be in the UK or America or somewhere else, if you have an auntie or a granny living in Ireland, we can get it posted to her in Ireland. The reason for that is because of customs, and you won't get it in time, okay?
And just so anyone's watching this on the replay, we will be giving the prize away during the live class.
During the live, okay. But they can still click share.
Oh, they can still click share.
You can always chance your arms. You never know what might happen. We're inclined to make up the rules as we go along, and we keep changing our mind. As I said, we literally only decided a little while ago that we were going to go live. And then when we went live, I said, sure, feck it, let's give away a wreath making kit. And you never know, if the shares are up there high enough, Deirdre could decide to let's give away another one.
Or so we might give away a Christmas course.
Or a Christmas course, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so start commenting. Let us know where you're watching in from. And again, the poll is, would you like me to demonstrate a bow, or would you like me to demonstrate a ladder? Okay, so I presume you're all going to say the ladder, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, the materials that I'm going to be using today, I have bought in from a wholesaler who sells to the public and wholesale, okay? And they're called Evergreen Silk Plants. So hopefully Sinead is watching. Sinead is our virtual assistant. She'll put the link in the comments below. And I think that most of the stuff that I'm using today, you will be able to purchase from Charlie in Evergreen Silk Plants in RD County Louth. So I am going to use a little bit of dried flowers. I have cut some of these up already, as you can see, just into kind of like shorter pieces, just trying to get myself a little bit organized. And because this ladder is a bit of a contraption on the table, I'm going to be a little bit all over the place. Now, you know, when I'm a bit all over the place, people give out. I seen somebody said up there the other day, I wish you'd stop yakking and start moving and start working. Anyway, I'm going to yak away for all I want. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. So we're going to use these. Aren't these gorgeous? These are curly whirlies. Now, I've used these in the Christmas online program, and I sprayed them gold, okay? And also you could spray them silver as well. But this is the natural kind of bleached colour that they came in on. There's a price on these, $5.25, but I've used a good bit out of this bunch already, okay? And these could be used all year round. And I just thought with the colour of the ladder that we go for them. So just to give us a little bit of a curly whirly, I'm going for a few of them. And this was a bush. So this is like a poinsettia bush. And is there a price on this?
No, there wasn't a price on this one.
Not sure anyway.
But he might come on. Charlie might come on and tell us.
And give us some of the prices. But listen, you could substitute these for another flower, and maybe red poinsettias aren't your type thing. And even though I'm going to do this with a slight Christmassy theme, it's not going to be really Christmas. So what I would be hoping is that after Christmas, I could remove the kind of Christmassy decoration, replace it with something else, and Shabob's your uncle, we have another arrangement we have. So the other thing I'm going to use is, haven't a clue what this is called. So again, I got that up in Evergreen Silk Plants. So it's just like something that's coming into bud, okay? Just literally, it's a wire twig with little green leaf at the top. If you haven't got it or you want to substitute it for something else, absolutely work away.
Patricia says over on YouTube, Jeanette, the yakking makes it more fun.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought,
Patricia. Glory on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes I don't know why that happens with YouTube.
Just rub the screen there, you know. Do that and then do that against the screen and see will it work. Now, this was also something I picked up in RD Camp up in Evergreen. And when I picked it up, I heard was, I don't know whether I like this or not, but I think it's actually going to work, you know, that way. And again, with our colours, can you see like against the ladder? I think it's going to work, which you will see anyway. And no doubt somebody will tell me, no, Jeanette, it didn't work, it's horrible. And the other thing I've loads of things, by the way. Again, like everything is artificial, by the way, or dried. So it's a little kind of artificial, twiggy little yoke with 3 pine cones on it.
Just move over that way a little bit,
there. And a little bit of an ivy leaf. It's gorgeous, it is, you know, that way. So I've one of them, so I'm going to use one of them. And I have this thing here. These are all things, because again, like what name is on them? Can't see any price on them. You'll have to contact Charlie for all these prices. This would be beautiful in a flower arrangement coming up, you know, to give you a lot of height in it. And I think I have used some of them in the Christmas program at the back, but I'm going to cut it up today. So again, it's kind of like natural and twiggy, you know what I mean? I'm going to use that.
Bit like ourselves.
Bit like ourselves, twiggy, exactly. We're actually all on the water today. Did you see that on Instagram? We've shown them how much I'm after drinking. We're pissing like racehorses here today, I tell you. We're in and out to the toilet. Imagine I have drank all that today. That's a drop of Ribena in it, by the way. Keeping ourselves hydrated. Every week we start a new diet. So this week it's the water diet. Throw down on the floor, you tell me. Okay, you never know. Somebody said, does she ever stop for air?
For
water today. Again, this was from Charlie's Place. It's like a little bit of a hypericum berry. I'm going to use a little bit of that. I showed you the dried flowers, showed you the poinsettias. Now, this is something I picked up in a different wholesaler. I'm not sure if he has it. It's called Status. I'm not mad about it, but you know what? It's great for filling in like any of them little nooks and crannies. So if you're ever in the wholesalers and you see it, it's a handy thing to have, you know, that way.
Diane says, oh my God, the size of that bottle. And Alan says, are you sure it's not red wine?
I wish it was red wine. I tell you, I'd be down the end of the bottle if it was red wine. Like, and it's I don't know about where you are, but it's absolutely freezing here today. Now here in the school it's grand, but just before we came online, I'm going to tell them, Deirdre says, oh, I have to go out and do a wee, she said, you know the way. And she says, you know what? She says, you'd be bursting to go, and the bathroom in their place is feckin' freezing. It's like an iceberg. And she says, when you get out there, she says, it's that cold. She says, you're nearly wetting yourself before you get the door open. Now,
too much information.
Too much information. Anyway, so that's what I'm planning to use today. Now, I'm going to use dry oasis. So I had one on already because I had to try and make sure that this is going to work. So this is a lump or a piece of dry floral foam or dry oasis, okay? And I didn't want to have to kind of cover it in with loads and loads of stuff because I wanted to kind of keep it airy and light. So I decided I said to Deirdre, will we spray it gold or will we spray it rose gold? So these are the tins of sprays. That one is out of Lidl or Aldi. Now, Lidl have the rose gold as well, but this just happens to be the Oasis brand, which is about 3 times the price, just to let you know, okay? But we had a lot of them in stock. So I sprayed one, because I needed 2 of them. I sprayed one gold and one rose gold, and we couldn't really decide. So I sprayed gold on top of rose gold and rose gold on top of gold. So it's a little bit of both colours, you know, that way. And I just think it is going to work. Now, you can see the wire going across it. I'm going to show you how to do that. But it's just to kind of camouflage it. But I am going to allow a lot of the oasis to show. I'm going to fill in with that Fecky Status, okay? But, like, that's why I sprayed
Actually, Dolores wants to know, do you know, how do you disguise the smell of that Status?
Oh,
I've actually something to dry the smell.
That one's not yet. It's not like the limonium, you know, like the fresh limonium. So when it's dried out, no, there's a bit of it, but not really that bad. But what I would tell you is, you know, when you're doing the fresh class and you're using the fresh limonium, Febreze, you know, like Febreze for your teenagers, runners, or carpets or curtains. You know, it's an upholstery fabric freshener. It is. You see your one on the telly with the blue bottle, you know the way, and she goes into the teenager's room and it smells like, I don't know, like a kip, and she sprays it, and all of a sudden it's all flary and airy and the ocean is flowing through the bed, you know, that type of thing. So Febreze sprayed on the dried status, but also on the fresh Limonium works. Or another thing is a lavender oil. So if you put some natural lavender oil in a water mister, mixed with water, you know, shake it up and spray it lightly on it and make sure that it dries out, because otherwise it could make it go mildew.
Patricia on YouTube wants to know, where did you get the ladder, Jeanette? Okay,
the ladder, my dad made it. No, he didn't. But you know what? Anybody, especially, we know we get loads of cultures watching on this course, don't want to hit the ceiling. Like, look at the back of it. Anybody that was able to get a tree, you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just like trunks of trees cut in half, you know, that way. And what does your man Dustin say? A bit of 4x4, a bit of 4x4 nails together. Now, it wasn't that expensive. I think I might have paid about 15 euros for it, but I did buy it ages ago, so I'm not sure if they still have them. So I did buy it in a wholesaler's called Harold Elms. I see there's a sticker, no, there's no price ticket on it. I did buy it, but that wholesaler's is very strictly trade only. But listen, ask Charlie. I could see Charlie out in RD cutting down a few trees.
I could see him cutting down a few trees
as well.
No problem at all.
Right, I'm going to turn the ladder around here.
Yeah, go on. Hang on a second. There was another question.
Well, while you're chatting away, I'm going to show how to strap it on with the Oasis.
Fiona says Aldi and Dungarvan, Waterford have the spray reduced to £2.49.
That's a bargain.
Brilliant.
Buy it, and you know, if you have any of the other colours, because throughout the year, you see, I use all the other colours as well. So don't be just buying the gold and silver. All them tins of spray, you're paying around 12-15 euros in the wholesalers for them. So here I have the Oasis, and if you look at the underneath of it, can you see the way I did a little cutout? You know what I mean? Just got the florist knife. We have these knives for sale, by the way. Just got the florist knife. And the idea is that it fits onto one of the ladders, or one of the steps of the ladder, okay? And then using some wires covered in glitter tape, and that's what I was doing when we came on live there first. And we do have a video on YouTube how to do this. So basically, I put two wires together at the same time. So I'll do two together at the same time just to make sure. So I have two 20 gauge wires together side by side, start the gut taping and tape all the way to the end. And the thing is, we'd always have loads of these done in advance, like they never go to waste. Now what I'm then going to do is get two of the wires, crisscross them like an X, okay? Twist them together like a piece of barbed wire, okay? Now you might say, why don't you gut tape them together? I'm going to be pulling them, you see? So I'm going to rest them, hopefully they can see this.
Yeah.
Rest it on the top of the floral foam, come around the corners, you know, the way, the indents of the ladder. I'm feeling the way underneath here like the gynecologist, okay? I'm twisting the wires together, just believe me. And then the bits of wires that are left over, I'm kind of like bending them up back in around the ladder so that they're not going to scratch a door, just in case somebody decides to hang it on a door. Now, if you've ever been with me before, my biggest saying is to be sure, to be feckin' well sure. So I'm not going to trust the one wire, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing with another wire, and I'm going to go the opposite way. And that was how I put the first one on, okay? So again, I'm twisting underneath here, pulling the two wires together really tight, doing a little bit of a twisty, there we go. And the bits of wires that are left over, I'm just kind of like bending them, molding them upwards so that they're kind of half hidden and half camouflaged. I'll hold this up. And I don't take the light out of it, and hopefully they can see the back of it, and you can see the back of the other one, and that's what it looks like at the front. So I've decided to put an arrangement on each end. Now, whether I get them made, because somebody could be giving out to me saying, Jesus, I'm yakking away too much, and I might have to stop talking. Now, I need you to do a bit of talking, okay? Let us know where you're watching in from. Let me know that you have shared it, because this is going to be the giveaway. We're going to pick who we're going to give it away to by the person who maybe shares the most, you think?
Yeah, shares it into groups, yeah, because we can see that from this end.
We can see, we know, we're like holy God, we know exactly what's going on.
Marion over on Instagram wants to know, how can I share it on Instagram? So unfortunately on Instagram, when we're on live, you can't share it, but what you can do is you can tag people underneath and let them know that it's here, or you can tag or share it when it's gone off live. So what I'm going to do for our Instagram followers is anyone that shares it when we go off live will be put into a draw before we say 6 o'clock this evening. And we will, I'm actually, do you know what? I'm actually going to give a Christmas course on both our Instagrams, Jeanette.
Oh, okay.
So to somebody who shares it.
So nice because she's after asking.
And Marion, go on. Do you know what? Send me your email address and I'll send you, I'll enroll you onto our Christmas course.
You see, if it's nice to be nice. If you're nice to us, we will be nice back to you.
She's trying to share now,
trying to share, because there's always the feckers that'll say they'll share and they don't bother sharing, and we do know.
Now we've loads of people tagging people over on your Instagram.
Now, you see how I've started off there, just kind of getting an outline of a bit of a, would you call it a half moon? Would you call it a horseshoe? Would you call it a bit of a half circle?
I think maybe bring it down onto the floor in front of you. Oh yeah, there you go. That's it. Perfect. Yeah.
Isn't this great, this ladder? Isn't it brilliant? You could climb up the other side there, Deirdre, if you wanted to. So I'm going to bring it back to me there now, and I'm going to put a little bit of the dried through it, okay? So you can see the way I'm starting off, like with a couple of kind of like longer ones, okay? So longer ones kind of outlining the, I don't know whether you want to call it a horseshoe crescent.
Oh, with Jessica on from Kansas. Isn't that where Dorothy was?
Did you see my red shoes, Jessica? Did you see me clicking them to get myself home in a taxi because my feet was absolutely killing me?
I'd actually love to go to Kansas.
Would love to go to Kansas.
Is dried oasis, Tracy?
Yes, dry oasis, okay? And it's sprayed kind of like a bit of rose gold and a bit of normal gold. And one of the sprays happened to be from Aldi, and one of the sprays happened to be from the wholesalers, because just that's what I happen to have in stock, you know, that way.
Okay, Tracy Noonan says she shared it on Facebook, and she's going to jump over to Instagram to share it to her US friends. Trace, do you know what, Trace? Send me an email.
There you go. Send us. You see, if you're nice, we can be nice back to you. You know that way. It pays to be nice, doesn't it, Deirdre?
It absolutely does.
Are you all click and share?
Oh, they are, and there's loads of people tagging as well.
And we need to know where you're from, because obviously for the wreath making, is it a kit or a kits? The wreath making kits, we can only really send them within Ireland, okay? We can't send them outside Ireland. So again, we're coming up here with the ladder, Deirdre, and I'm going to drop down to your sides there.
Perfect.
So hopefully you can kind of start to see the outline or how it's kind of coming together. So just being a little bit rough and ready, because this ladder is rough and ready. So like not being kind of like real dramatic about it. Aren't these gorgeous? I love these. And I have to say, we use these in the modern flower arrangements on the Christmas program, and we had them sprayed gold and silver, and they looked fantastic. They did, you know that way. So like you have them, they'll do all year round. They will. Just looking for another few of them.
Okay, Wendy says that. She says that's true. It's nice to be nice, especially with what everyone is going through at the moment.
Do you know what? Isn't
so
it
Wendy,
just...
do you know what? You send me an email as well.
Jesus, Deirdre, they're all going to be licking your arse, you know. They're all going to be that nice to you, I tell you. You'll think you'll have loads of friends, you will.
I know, this
and
is
you know what, they're just, maybe they're not really your friends.
No, they're only pretending to be my
friends. Which is not what Facebook is all about.
This is it, absolutely. And just when we're on that point, if anybody does want to buy a wreath making kit, if you don't win the one today, we do have €20 off of Black Friday special.
Absolutely, and all you have to do is, I'm just bringing the ladder down here, is click on the link. So Sinead will put up the link here where you can buy your own wreath making kit. It has to be in Ireland, Southern Ireland or Northern Ireland. It'll be posted out to you. We can post it out tomorrow. It's probably a bit late for today's postage, but we'll get it out tomorrow. We'll send express post, so hopefully you'll have it within 2-3 days. And the plan would be that you have all your Christmas door wreaths on your door for the Late Late Toy Show. Now, your one in Kansas is probably wondering, what's the Late Late Toy Show? So here in Ireland, we have a very sad life, okay? And every Friday night then, most people, all the Elwins anyway, including myself, we watch Ryan Tubridy. And he's probably Ireland's answer to Garth Brooks, okay? Just so that you can kind of relate, you know, that way. And every year he has the toy show, and it is absolutely brilliant. It's normally it is a good show, and they give away they're worse than us, they give away lots of freebies on the night or whatever. Look at these little cups, aren't these gorgeous? But anyway, that's on this Friday night, the toy show, and it's tradition in Ireland that you have your Christmas tree up for the Late Late Show. You have your Christmas pajamas bought in, and you wear them on the night, and you buy in hot chocolate and any shite and sweets and crisps or whatever. You don't be on the water that night, by the way, and you have a binge, a little party, and you don't even have to have kids, like, you know what I mean? Adults do it, you know, the way it's just kind of a Christmas tradition. So I just thought, wouldn't it be nice that for the toy show, that everybody gets their Christmas door wreath on the door as well. Now, if we don't make the toy show for the Christmas door wreath, we're then going to aim for the 1st of December.
Okay, you know, Life at Number 2 says, Jesus, no pressure. Well, Life at Number 2, you watch the Postman in the next day or two, and you'll have your wreath on your door.
You are nice.
Yeah, you are nice.
So again, we're coming up here with the ladder there, Deirdre. So what I do
you might pull it back actually,
okay,
and stand it up that way, yeah, and just
I think too high.
no, but drop it down in front of you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, now that's much better. Oh my God, it's actually gorgeous. Yeah.
So what I have there is a focal point, and in case anyone's saying, Jesus, I missed all that, I have to do another one down the other end of the ladder, so stay joined, okay? Focal point of the 3 poinsettias. These are just like, oh, just can't get that out. These are just like poppy heads. I think there's drugs inside them. I'm not sure whether it's drugs or perfume, but opium anyway. So whatever, I think there's a perfume called opium. So there's perfume inside them poppy heads. That's it. But you don't want to be saying drugs, Deirdre, when we're live.
They're seeds.
Seeds, absolutely.
To grow your own poppies.
To grow your own poppy seeds. Grow your own bottle of perfume. And then the little cups, you know, that way. And again, as I said, I'm just adding a little bit of texture. So I'm working onto my other bundle over here. Remember the pretend pine cones, as we used to say in Dublin, the Lebanon pine cones, you know, that way. So here we have, this one's after falling off the branch, so I'm going to have to wire it. So that never falls off a branch. Always have a bunch of florist wires handy. The cone and all is after falling off. But you listen, no problems. It's only plastic. Just kind of catching the wire around it, sticking it through the little bit of artificial holly. So you never see pine cones on holly, but this obviously came from RD County Loud. I'm going to cut the wire short, and I'm going to stick it in here at the back. There we go, right into the floral foam, and just great for a bit of coverage. I'll just move these out.
Cara Quillen says she's loving the Xmas spirit. By the way, this is the fun to be had on every module, so get signing up now.
Thanks a million. Like we do, like even though we cover loads at the course, and we absolutely do now, you can learn oodles and oodles, you know, the way of different designs. But I always think, like, you have to have a bit of fun and you have to have a bit of crack. And as that girl said, there's enough shite going on in the world now at the moment without kind of like moaning and everybody being serious. You just have to lighten up and let's go and enjoy life. We're here for the good time. We're not here for the long time. Nobody knows what's around the corner. I'm cutting up these little things, having a clue what they're supposed to be. Anybody know what they're, but they are lovely. But they look like something that's just coming into bud in spring. Now, I know this is supposed to be Christmas, but remember I said you'll be able to use this as a bit of an all year round. Like besides that artificial pine cone that I stuck in, our red poinsettias, it wouldn't be a big deal to remove them and stick in something else, and you'd have a completely different arrangement. You know, that way, no problem. I'm going to keep that copy head for the other one because I haven't got as many of them.
Lorraine's saying, give me some, this is giving me inspiration. I'm finishing off my wreath, which is sitting on the floor. And although she has the mince pies made, I'd love a mince pie.
I'd love a mince pie.
Yeah,
do you know what? Had a mince pie? No, we can't because we're on the water.
Oh, yeah, jeez. Have you got liquid mince pies? Lorraine Kelly says she's hoping to do a course after Christmas. We'd love to have you, Lorraine.
Why don't you go for a gift voucher? Ask the family. Sinead, put the link up there for the gift vouchers.
And the module 1 after Christmas, we actually have 20% off that one with the skill nets. So if you may be eligible, drop me an email, Lorraine, and we'll see if, which I'm sure you will be eligible for the skill net funding.
We'll make you eligible.
Emma Rose, this is fabulous. How you all getting on? Hiya, Emma. Hope you're feeling better. Let me
hold it up there for a second.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is not as easy as
I didn't have to go to the gym today.
That's actually lovely.
It is. Okay,
somebody asked Jeanette, what would you use the ladder for?
Well, originally when I seen it in the wholesale, now it's a bit heavy, right? So you need a good strong hull door. But I would say, wouldn't that be an alternative door decoration? You couldn't call it a door reach or a door swag.
I put it across my door so nobody comes into my house.
Especially when the house is dirty.
Yeah.
Or if they had COVID.
Yeah.
Keep out. Originally I was thinking as a door decoration, but even against your mantelpiece, you know, that way. Now obviously it depends on kids and cats, and the cats would love this.
The cats would love it, yeah.
Scratching themselves against. Like I have seen some people have used it as a ceiling hanger, like hang it upside down and have stuff kind of hanging out of it. But it is quite heavy, so you need a fairly heavy ceiling, and you would need you know, I mean, something kind of like really secure, that ceiling doesn't fall down.
Carol McQuillan saying she says you could put a Santi on it.
Could you give us a bit of that sea spray over there just to have it cut up already? Thanks. No, don't throw jigs. My cloth's going to land on the floor. So this is just the sea spray, and just for speed, I cut some up into short little bits, and I'm going to use a little bit of this as kind of like filling
Archie says it could be used getting the Christmas lights onto the top of the feckin' Christmas tree.
Get the berry up on top of the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Touch of flair. Attach the cards to it.
Yeah,
your
that
Christmas
would be
cards,
lovely. Yeah,
like the number 2 in your porch with a Santi on it.
That'd be
so
gorgeous.
Any other ideas? We'd love these ideas.
What about the elf on the shelf?
Oh yeah.
You could have him climbing up it. You could. Yeah.
The side wall of the porch, make 2, one for each side. Absolutely.
Gorgeous, yeah.
I actually think even just, you know, if you had a room that you didn't have room for a Christmas tree, it sort of be nice. An alternative, yeah.
Paul, have you got your Christmas tree up? Normally, Last year, Paul, life at number 2, following on Instagram. Put your link up there, Paul. Last year, he was on the television as being the first person in Ireland to have their Christmas tree up. Now, he was off sunning himself in Tenerife lately, so he probably hasn't got it up yet. But I think he's at home today and tomorrow, is he? So he's probably, I know he was catching up in the washing last night. Do you see how organised he was?
I know.
It's dirty washing, organised in the case, whites and colours. Will you stop, Paul? You make me sick.
Putting us all to shame. Okay, we'd love a few more shares and people be nice, and maybe we might have a few more Christmas courses.
Okay, I'm just looking for a little bit of like top on spots kind of filling in. And there is a bit, but again, it's just a little bit awkward to get at here, you know, that way for the demonstration. So I'm kind of covering the bits that can be seen, and ideally then is kind of like filling the back of it when you're not looking. Do you know,
just move it over because we can't see what you're doing.
Okay,
yeah, that's it.
So I'm just kind of putting in a little bit more of the sea spray kind of on this side. And there probably is a little bit more, you know what I mean, that could be filled in with the floral foam. But again, I don't want to make it too heavy. I am going to keep it light. So again, just to show you kind of from that end there. Just
actually,
to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that does look nice. The scarf,
Lorraine says to hang the tea towels out.
The kids' stockings there, but wouldn't that be a lovely
actually,
idea?
Yeah,
If you put like little cup hooks, and then if you had 1, 2, 3, 4, if you had 5 kids, a little small one down the end, you know, that way you could hang the kids' stockings on it. That would actually be a nice idea. I'd say this would be something that you could like put in the attic and take back down again. You could probably use it to get up in the attic if you had to. So I'm going to start at the other end, okay? So again, for anyone that's only joining us now, I'm cutting 2 of these kind of like spiky things. Haven't a clue what they're called. So I'm just going to say, what are these called? Haven't got a clue. I bought all this material in from Evergreen Silk Plants in Ardee, County Louth. He has all this stuff, and these all came in different colours. And when I seen them, I wasn't mad about them. But then, you know, when I started doing this design this morning or this afternoon, and I was kind of going through our box of bits, and I said, let's see what we have. And I says, I think these might work. You know what I mean? I think they are working, aren't they, Deirdre? What do you think? Tell me they're working.
Yeah, no, they are, absolutely. Sonia says that's a great idea. Gift vouchers for Christmas. I'll be dropping hints left, right, and centre. She wants to do module 2 next year.
And you get a gift voucher for any amount. So any amount at all. And even if you decide to go for the SkillNets funding, you'll still be able to
use your gift voucher. Yeah. So, I see Catherine Fagan is on. Hi, Catherine. Thinking of you. Hope you're doing well. Jackie would love to have would love if you gave the Christmas course to Kira Walsh. But you'd have to comment and send me nice vibes.
We have to get the niceness.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everybody has to be nice here, you know.
Austin over on Instagram said you could add some battery lights to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, them battery lights are brilliant. And I was in Duns the other day in the Stephen's Green Shopping Centre, and I bought the little battery lights, but that to have the timer on them, because this always happens to me every year for Christmas. Hang out the doorway, put the lights on it, turn them on. The first night or 2, you turn them back off again, and then after that you say, "You're feck it," and then the lights are gone, the batteries are gone. Well, I never changed the batteries, and it's kind of destroyed. Where the ones I bought the other day, I think they were €10. There was 192 lights. Now they had them with less on them, but this one had lots of lights.